Hello, you're welcome to BizWatch News in 5 minutes, where we bring you Nigeria's latest economic news stories. My name is Ibe Wada, and here are the top news stories as the week winds down. The headlines: Senate approves 1.15 trillion naira domestic borrowing to fund 2025 budget deficit. Nelson Wike clashes with military personnel over Abuja land disputes. The Academic Staff Union of Universities urges government to resolve education sector crisis. Super Eagles training resumes after settlement of bonus dispute ahead of key qualifier. Global fossil fuel emissions to hit record high in 2025 despite growth of renewables. And here are the news in details. Nigerian Senate on Wednesday granted approval for a domestic borrowing program amounting to over 1 trillion naira as the government seeks to close the funding gap in the 2025 budget. The measure comes against the backdrop of weaker revenue generation amid global pressures on oil prices, compelling the federal government to resort to increased borrowing to sustain ongoing programs. Analysts warn that while the move provides short-term fiscal relief, the growing debt burden raises concern about long-term sustainability, interest costs, and dependency on internal financing. A viral video shows the Federal Capital Territory Minister, Nelson Wike, in a heated confrontation with military officers who had blocked access to a disputed plot in the Gaduwa district of Abuja. The minister alleged deliberate intimidation of development control officials by soldiers, while the military side characterized it as a threat to the chain of command and national security. The incident has ignited fresh debate over land allocations in the FCT, the role of the armed forces in civil affairs, and the boundaries of ministerial and military authorities. The Academic Staff Union of Universities has appealed to the federal government to address long-standing issues affecting tertiary institutions, including unpaid arrears, funding shortfalls, and dilapidated infrastructure. Union officials emphasized that the future of Nigerians' youth and its ability to deliver on SDG 4, which is on quality education, will be compromised if urgent action is not taken. They further warned that failure to act could lead to fresh industrial action, compounding disruptions already caused by power strikes and under-resourcing. Nigeria's national football team, the Super Eagles, have resumed full training after a resolving dispute over unpaid bonuses ahead of the African qualifier for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The players had threatened to boycott training earlier in the week, prompting intervention by the Sports Ministry and football authorities to settle. With the qualification match looming, coaches and officials emphasized the need for focus and unity, saying the distraction must not derail the team's campaign. And on the global scene, a new global carbon budget report projects that world carbon emissions from fossil fuel will rise to 38.1 billion metric tons in 2025, marking an increase of 1.1% on last year, even as renewable energy capacity expands. The report warns that at this rate, the world may surpass the 1.5 degrees century warming threshold within 4 years, defying many climate targets under the Paris Agreement. Many stresses that while progress is evident in some regions, the momentum is insufficient and major emitters such as the United States and European Union are still experiencing rising emissions, undermining global efforts to reverse climate change trends. And that is all we have today on BizWatch News in 5 minutes. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on the Nigerian's economic news stories. My name is Ibe Wada, and I will see you next week.